Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called Sandwich Buffet by Cactus Law, and here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules applied, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region, which in this case is a box. A 2-digit clue consisting of digits A and B is equal to the sum of all digits lying strictly between A and B in the corresponding row or column. That is, the crust digits A and B are not included in the sum. For example, in column 6, all digits between 1 and 3 sum to 13, and all digits between 2 and 9 sum up to 29. Oh, interesting. Okay. So this is not typical sandwich Sudoku rules. That means for the sum is made up of 2 digits, right? So in every sum, this is 3 and 6. This would be 3 and 5 here. This would be 2 and 8. 1, 6 here. 2, 5 here. 2, 7. So the digits between the 2 digits of the sum, which are strictly in between those 2 digits, must sum up to the sum, right? So the digits between 3 and 5 here must add up to 35. The digits between these the digits 3 and 6 here must add up to 36. The digits between 1 and 2 here must add up to 12. The digits between 1 and 3 here must add up to 13, etc., etc. Huh, interesting. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, the one that stood out to me first is the 36 clue. 3 and 6 are not included in the sum. So the sum of the entire row or entire column here is 45. 45 minus 3 and minus 6, which is 9, is 36. So that means we know 3 and 6 have to be on the edges, and it must surround everything else. Same with 2 and 7, right? Well, 3 and 6 are definitely outside of the sum there, so that means the sum is at most 36. 2 and 7 add up to 9. So 36 minus 27 minus 9 is 27. So 2 and 7 have to be the next 2 digits in this crust here in column 1. 6 cannot be here. If this is 6, it's outside the sum, and we're missing 3 and 5 in addition. So if you had 45 minus 3, 6, and 5, you have a guaranteed sum in between of maximum 45 minus 3 and 6, which is 36, minus 5 of 31. So this can never be 6 because of that. Therefore, this is 3, this is 6. That's 3 in the corner. We celebrate because we know we're close to, well, we're not close to solving it. But I don't know. I think I've got the idea generally of what it is. 3 and 5 add up to 8. 45 minus 8 is 37. To add up to 35, we have to be missing a 2. So this must be 3 and 2 and 5 outside of the sum. So this would be 5, this would be 2. This is 32 in between the 3 and the 2. What does that give us? I don't know. 2 and 7 here. So 3 and 2 add up to 5. That means outside of the sandwich, you have 45 minus 5 That's 40. You have 8 in addition. So it could be the 8 itself or 1 and 7. Hmm. Well, 2 cannot be here guaranteed. Okay, so 26 between the 2 and the 6. Interesting. Okay. This is 6 outside. So that's 6 already. 2 and 5 are outside of the 2 and the 5. So you have 6, 2, and 5. That is 13. 45 minus 13 is 32. So that means there's 7 more outside of between the 2 and the 5 here. Okay. So we know 3 cannot be here. 3 could be here. So 3, 2 is 5. 45 minus 5 is, so this would be, so this could be 3 and 8. Or 3 is here. You cannot have 3 here. So 3 has to be one of these 2 digits here. Remaining digits in column 1 are 1, 4, 5, 8, 9. Okay. 3 could be here. 3 could be here. Because, again, we have 8 more that are not within the sandwich. But if 3 were here, these 3 digits could not add up to 8. Because that would have to be either 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. And we already know 2 and 3 are here. So that's not possible. So 3 has to be one of these 2 digits here. If this is 3, this is 8. If this is 3... Oh, can that ever work, though? I think so. 6, 8, 2, and 5. 6, 8, 2, and 5. That's 21. 45 minus 21 is 24. So no, this cannot be 3 and 8 here. So this cannot be 3, which forces this to be 3. So then this has to be either 1, 7. Can't be 2, 6. It cannot be 3, 5. So this has to be 1, 7 here. Interesting. Right? Because what's in between here must add up to 32. So this is 32 plus 2 and 3 is 37. That makes 45 minus 37 is 8. And it has to be 1, 7 here. If this were 1, you cannot have 2 in between and then 5 on the other side. So 2 would have to be on this side of 5, but then the sum between 2 and 5 would be less than the sum between 2 and 1 because there are just fewer digits there. So this has to be 7, which makes this 1. So to add up to 21, you have to have at least 3 digits, right? Can't be 2 digits in between adding up to 21. Well, 1 cannot be here. Again, 2 has to be... I guess 1 could be here, technically. And 2 could be here. That's possible. This is 3. Between the 3 and the 1 adds up to 31. So 3, 1, 31. So this can't be 1 here, because then this would be... In between would be 45 minus 3 minus 1, which is 41. This can't be 1 because outside of the 3 and 1, you have to have an additional 10. So 1 can be... Can it ever be here? If you have 1 here, these add up to 10. Right? Because 45 minus 4 is 41, and then you have an additional 10 that are not in the sum. But if this were 1, this would have to be 3 digits adding up to 10. And without a 1 and without a 3, that's not possible. 1 could be 127, 136, 145. With 2, you have 2, 3, and 5. But that means it's not possible. So this has to be a 1 here. The 2 cannot be here because that would not have 12 in between the 1 and 2. So 2 has to be at least one of these 3, but it can't be, it could be 3 digits, so this could be 3, 4, 5. It cannot be 4 digits, because you can't have 4 digits adding up to 12 without a 1 or 2. So this can't be 2, so 2 has to be one of those 2. This is 3 and 1. These 2 digits must add up to 10. Cannot be 1 and 9. Cannot be 5. So this is either 8 and 2 or 4 and 6. It cannot be 4 and 6. Therefore, this is 8 and 2, which means this can't be 2. That's 7, which makes this not 7, so that's 2. So 2 cannot be here. 2 has to be here. None of these can be 8. This is 31. 2 cannot be here. If this is 2 cannot be in between the 1 and the 5. So if 2 were any of these, well, the 1 would have to be here too, and that would not add up to 21 in between those 2 and the 1. So 1's one of these. If 1 is here, 2 would have to be here. That's possible. The remaining digits in box 7 are 3, 4, 5, and 9. Okay. To add up to 12, it's either 3, 9, 4, 7, or 5, 4, 8, or 5, 7. Okay. Well, we're guaranteed a 4, a 5, or a 9 here. So this must be 1, which means this can't be 1 here. This is a 2. The 4 cannot be here because between the 2 and the 4 would be 1 digit, which is not 24. It has to have 3 digits in between the 2 and the 4. So 4 has to be at least here. It has to be at least 8 4 digits between. So this could be 4 or this could be 4. We have to have at least an 8 in between. 28 between the 2 and the 8. That's at least 4 digits. So they cannot go this way. It must go this way. And 8 is one of those 2. 8 cannot be in between the 4 and the 2. So this cannot be 4 because that would have this being 7, 8, and 9. But then that would not fulfill the 28 in this sandwich clue. So this cannot be 4, which makes this 4, which makes this 8. That means, so we have 28 here in between, and then 2 and 8. Right? So 28 here plus 10 is 38, which leaves the remaining digits here as adding up to 7, right? 28 plus 10 is 38. 45 minus 45 minus 38 is 7. So this cannot be 9. It would be 5, 2 if that were the case, so this can't be 5. So this is 1 and 6, which eliminates 1 in the rest of the column or box. This is 4, 5, and 9. One of these is 4, 5, and 9. Therefore, this cannot be 4, 5, and 9. It's 3, 7, or 8 here. Remaining digits in row 4 are 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. 8 and 4. 1 and 2. 2 could still be here. 2 and 5 have to have 4 digits in between them. 5 cannot be here. So if 2 were here, it would not have a 5 possible in either direction. 2 is here, cannot have a 5 possible in either direction. 2 here cannot have a 5 possible in either direction. So 2 has to be one of these 2. So since this is 2, there has to be 3 digits in between the 2 and the 1. 1 can only be here or here. So this must be 1, which makes this a 2. We have 6 and 7 outside. That's 6, 7, 2, and 5, which adds up to 20. 45 minus 20 is... Oh, I guess we could have done it that way, but anyways. Yeah, 4, 5... Sorry, 2, 5, 6, 7 adds up to 20. 45 minus 20 is 25, which is exactly the sum we need. So this is 5. This is 1. This must be 4, 8, and 9 in between the 2 and the 1 to add up to 21. That eliminates 4, 8, and 9 in the rest of the row. This can't be 4, 8, or 9. It's 3. This means this can't be 3 or 5. This is a 4, 9 pair. This 3 eliminates 3 and 9 as a possibility for this 12 set. That means this is 4 or 5. So this can't be 4. This can't be 9 here. Sorry, this has to be 9 here, because one of these is 4 or 5. Okay, so this is essentially done. 36 is essentially done also. 27 is done. And 25 is done. 16, we are not done with that. 19, we are not done with that. 29, we're not done. 21, we're done. 26, we're done. We're not done with 26. So we're done with 21, but not 26. 31, we're done. 24, we're done. Right? 3, 9, 5, 7, both add up to 12. That's 12 times 2, which is 24. And then we have 24 plus 4 is 28. 32 is done, but 14 is not. Okay. 28's done. So this is done. So we still have 16. You could have 6 be either here, here, or here. It cannot be here, because that would be outside. Well, inside would have to be 4, 5, 7, 9. Right, which is too big. 4, 5, and 9 already add up to 18. So this cannot be 6 here. 6 has to be one of these two. What is outside? Well, if this were 6 here, this would have to be a 7, 9 pair here, and this would be a 4, 5 pair here. But this can't be 4 or 5 because of the 4 or 5 in the column. So 6 cannot be here, which makes this 6. Outside then has to be... Inside is 16, so that has to be 4, 5, and 7. And outside is a 9. So this is 9, which eliminates 9 here. So where's the 9 in row 9? It has to be one of these two. Right, so between the 16 here, the 1 and the 6 is 16. 4, 5, 7 add up to 16. Between the 3 and the 1 must be 31. So that's 16 plus 15, which is 31. So that's satisfied too. So both of those are satisfied. Between the 1 and the 9 has to be at least 3 digits. So it could be these two. It cannot be 5 digits, because 5 digits without a 1 is at minimum 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which adds up to 20, which is too big. So 9 has to be one of these two, which eliminates 9 in the rest of the box. This can't be 9, not 7. We have a 4, 5, 7 triplet, which eliminates 4, 5, 7 in the rest of the row, so this can't be 4. This becomes an 8, 9 pair, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the row, so this can't be 8. This is 4. That leaves these digits at 5 and 8. That leaves these digits as 2, 3, and 6. Okay, this 5 here eliminates 5 here, so this is 8, which makes that 5. This can no longer be 5, so 5 has to be one of these 3 digits here. This is not completely done. 1 is essentially 28's done. This is 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 done. So that's satisfied the 12. 1 and 9, not completely. 29. If we say say this was this could be 2. Never mind. Remaining digits in column 9. We have 4, 5, 6, and 9. Okay. This can't be 5 because of the 5 in the box. So this must be 5 here. 19, 13. Remaining digits in row 1. We have 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This can't be 1. This can't be 6 because we're looking at the columns. This can't be 4 or 6. 4 cannot be here because of the 4 in the box, so one of these must be 4. What else do we have? Remaining digits in column. In column 3 are 4 through 9. 6 has to be one of these 3. 1 has to be one of these 3. Oh, this has to have a 1 and a 4. Okay. Huh, 1 cannot be here because of the 1 in the column. This can't be 9 because that would be too big to have the sum in between of 19. $14. That means between the 1 and 4, it must have 6 and 8. We already have a 5. You can't have 3 digits because that would be 6, 7, and 8 outside. Or inside. At most. And if it's 2 digits, it's either 5, 9, or 6, 8. And it has to be 6, 8 because of the 5 in the row. So 6 and 8 cannot be on the outside. They have to be on the inside. So either this is 6 and 8, this is 6 and 8, 6 and 8 here. That's fine. 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. This can't, I guess it could be 1, 4. Just 6 and 8 cannot be on the outsides. So that's fine. That's done, that's done, that's done, that's done. We don't have the 26. Okay, the 6. So we have 2 and... Oh, 6 has to be... Oh, 6 has to be here, right? Between the 2 and the 6, we don't already have 2, 3, 1, and 7. That adds up to 13. 45 minus 13. Well, between the 3 and the 2 is 32. If we just subtract 6 from there, that's 26. So we must just subtract 6 from there. So this is 6, which makes this not 6. This becomes 5. So this becomes a 4-9 pair here, which eliminates 4 and 9 in the rest of the box. So this can't be 9 here. So this is done then. This 26 is done, right? So let's just double check. Between outside of the 35, outside of the 3 and 5 is 3, 5, and 2, which is 10. 45 minus 10 is 35. So that means 35 is in between. Outside the 3 and 6 is 3 and 6, which is 9. So that 45 minus 36, sorry, 45 minus 3 and 6, which is 9, is 36. So that satisfies that. Outside the 2 and 5 here are 6 and 7. So, and 2 and 5. That adds up to 20, which 45 minus 20 is. Outside the 2 and 1, so not in between 2 and 1, are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So that leaves 4, 8, 9 in between. That adds up to 21. So that's satisfied. Between the 2 and 8, that's satisfied. We did 3, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5. Between 2 and 1. So now between the 2 and 8 here is 3, 5, 7, 9, which adds up to 24, and 4. Between the 2 and 4 is 3, 5, 7, 9, which adds up to 24. So those are both satisfied. Between the 1 and the 6, we have 4, 5, 7, which adds up to 16. Between the 3 and the 1, or not between the 3 and the 1, is 1, 2, 3, and 6. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, and 8, which adds up to 14. And 45 minus 14 is 31. So that's satisfied. We still don't have 1 and 9. We don't have 2 and 9 here. 32, or 26 actually. Between the 2 and the 6 is 5, 8, and 4, 9, which is 13 each, which multiplied by 2 adds up to 26. 32, between the 3 and the 2, we have 26 plus 6, which is 32. And then we have 1 and 4, which we don't know. Remaining digits in box 3, we have 1, 3, 6, 7, 8. 6 cannot be either of these. 8 cannot be either of these. So 6 has to be one of these two. 8 has to be one of these two. Remaining digits in row. This 5 eliminates 5 in the rest of the row. That means 5 has to be one of these two here. Since this can't be 5, this can't be 7, because that adds up to 12. Remaining digits of box 6, we have 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, and 2 cannot be either of these. So 2 has to be one of these two. So 9's guaranteed to be here. 9 has to be one of these two. Not 7, 9. Okay, we have to use these sandwiches. These are done. This is not. These are done. So we have to use this sandwich, this sandwich, this sandwich, and that's done. And this sandwich to figure out, disambiguate everything. Okay. 29. 2 and 9 are not between the 29, obviously. That leaves, that's 11. 45 minus 11 is 34. That leaves 5 at most outside of the 2 and 9. Okay. So, can 5 ever be here? No. Can 5 ever be here? No. So it has to be a 1-4 pair and 2 and 9 outside of the 2 and 9. Right? Because 5 cannot by itself be there. We already have 2 and 9 outside. 45 minus 11 is 34. So we have to have 2 digits adding up to 5, because we can't have 5 outside either way, so this must be 1, 4, 2, and 9 outside of the sums. So this has to be 9 here. That makes this 8. We have to have 1, 4, and 2 outside. So this has to be 1, 4 as a pair, and then this must be 2. Which eliminates 1 and 4 in the rest of the column. This can't be 4, this can't be 2. If this were 3, it's way too far from 1 to add up to 13. So this must be 6, which eliminates 6 in the rest of the row. So this should be done. That leaves the remaining digits as 3, 5, 7, 8. 5 cannot be here. So 8 has to be one of these two. So does that satisfy that as 28? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 5, 7 add up to 15, plus 6 is 21, plus 8 is 29. So that does satisfy that. If this were 3, the 1 would be here, and this would be 4 at most. 4 and 2, so that's 6. So this cannot be 3. 3 has to be one of these two then, because of the 5, 7 pair. This becomes a 3, 8 pair here, which eliminates 3 and 8 in the rest of the row, or rest of the box. This leaves a 5, 7 pair here, which eliminates 5 and 7 in the rest of the row. This can't be 5 or 7. This must be 9, which eliminates 9 here. This 9 and 5, 7 pair eliminates 9 and 7 here, so it's 3. So none of these can be 3. That can't be 3 anymore. We have a 1, 7, 8 triplet, which eliminates 1, 7, and 8 in the rest of the column and the rest of the box. So this becomes a 3, 6 pair. This becomes a 2, 9 pair, which eliminates 2 and 9 in the rest of the box. So it's 1, 7. These 4 digits add up to 19. Remaining digits in box 5. We have 1, 2, 4, and 6. This can't be 1, obviously. So 2. This can't be 6 because of the 6 in the row. This is essentially done, I guess. 19. We're guaranteed a 2 here since 2 can't appear in the rest of this column. This can't be 4, actually. So this can't be 1 or 4 because of the 1, 4 pair in the box. Interesting. So 4 has to appear here, too. So this must be contain 2 and 4. That means the remaining digits, 2 and 4, must add up to 19. 19 minus 2 and 4 is 13. So 2 digits must add up to 13. The only remaining digits now is 6 and 7, because 8 is not possible here because of 8 in the box. This has to be a 3, 8 pair because this can't be 3 or 8, and this can't be 3 or 8. So this must be 6 and 7, which makes this 5, which makes this 7. And it has to have 2 and 4 here because there's no 2, 4 available here. The 6, 7 eliminates 6, 7 here, so that's 8. This must be 4, that must be 2, which makes this 3. None of these can be 4 or 6. Okay. That leaves the remaining digits in column 4 as 3 and 5. And the 8 has to be in between 1 and 4. So does the 6. Well, that means this must be 6 here, because this can't be 1 or 4. So this is 6, which means this is 1 and 4. That must be then 4, which makes this 1, which makes this 7. This can't be 1, 4, or 7, so it's 9. So 4 cannot be here. This can't be a 4, 8 pair, adding up to 12, so this is 5 and 7. So 5 and 7 here. This 4 eliminates 4 here, so it's 9 and 4. This 7 eliminates 7 here, so it's 1 and 7. 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 2 and 1. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 9 and 2. This 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 4. This 7 eliminates 7 here, so it's 5. This can't be 7. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 4. This can't be 4, 5, so it's 9. 4 eliminates 4 here, so it's 5. This can't be 5 or 9, so it's or 7 because it's a 6-8 pair here. This is a 1-7 pair here. This can't be 7. This is a 3-8 pair, 3-8 pair. Between the 1 and 3 has to be 13. This is 4, 2, 7, which adds up to 13. So this is 3, which makes this 8. 3 eliminates 3 here, so it's 8 and 3. This can't be 7. This 4 eliminates 4 here, so it's 9 and 4. So this is done now. Between the 1 and 4 is done, so all of these are done, so this should be just normal Sudoku. This can't be 5 or 7, so it's 4. That means this is, what, 7 and 9 remaining. This can't be 9 because of the 9 in the row, so that's 7, which makes this 9, and that's a disambiguator. This 5 eliminates 5 here, so it's 3 and 5. 3 eliminates 3 here, so it's 6 and 3. 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 8 and 6. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 1 and 8. 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 7, and that's a 1. And that's a solution. Yeah, I think I would not put this as easy. I think it's slightly more difficult than easy, but not quite challenging level, but it's in between that for me. So I would label this as challenging just because I think it's better to label things a little harder than it might seem. If we have any, how do you say it? If it just doesn't feel like an easy puzzle, then I think you should rate it a little bit harder. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.